It's time for What's Sunday, PreMarket PulseScan, where we look at this week's markets and how our head trader Dex is going to play it. Hey folks, welcome to What's Sunday on Monday. we're determined to take the Sunday out of the title because whenever there's a holiday, we do it on Monday. But thanks for joining us. We got some people on live with us. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Dex is with me. Dex, happy Father's Day. Hope you had a good weekend, my man.
Likewise. Yes, I did. It was very relaxing. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Nice. Mine was not relaxing, but it was good. I've got my cup of tea today. I'm trying to reduce my caffeine. Caffeine, like you guys, like V can just sit around drinking a pot of coffee all day and he's fine. I have like more than 2 cups a week, and I get like paranoid, weirded out.
Whoa, yeah, you don't want to be over caffeinated.
That's the thing. It takes very little, very very little, to over caffeinate me, and I'm learning that. Like I'll get all grouchy. Like it's just crazy. So.
Yeah, I'm down to 2 cups a day now. I take 1 in the morning to wake me up, and then I take 1 in the afternoon.
All right,
to
cool.
give me an extra boost.
Oh, so you have 2 cups? See, me with 2 cups, I get a headache. I get all weird. I start having nightmares. I swear, it's like V makes fun of me, but it's the truth, man. It's like the littlest thing, and I get all tweaked. So
I didn't start drinking coffee until my Wall Street days.
Oh, really?
I had to do it if I was going to stay awake.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
I was working crazy hours.
I think I would have been a terrible cocaine addict if like 2 cups of coffee does that to me.
No, that's funny.
Imagine what getting coked out would have done for me. So,
wow.
Anyway. All right, cool. So big story today. And by the way, we're a day late because of Father's Day. Me and Dex take our family time pretty seriously, especially in the holidays. So
very seriously.
As you should as well, folks. We encourage you to do that. So, Kirkus Aurelius is telling me not to do drugs. Thank you.
Just say no.
I just say no most of the time. So, we're gonna take your questions too as like a Frank Trades with Dex kind of thing. So get ready with those. We're kind of doing it all today, but we are gonna do our pre-market pulse scan. But before we even talk about anything, we're looking at Bitcoin, which had a really cool weekend. And we're looking at what we call the cash market. That is just the actual Bitcoin price. But you were just telling me that the futures were going crazy today. Let me see where.
Yeah, the futures was up like $1,000.
Is it XBT?
XBT. Yep.
There it is. Yeah, Bitcoin futures. There we go. So. Yeah.
The futures was up almost $1,000 today at its high.
Wow.
The futures hit.
It's still just catching up with the cash price, but
right.
It has a huge,
where's your cash?
Because
the futures hit 94 earlier. Now it's at 91 something.
Maybe I have the wrong chart because this is not anywhere close to that.
You got the CBOE up XBT, right?
Yeah, and it's maxed out. This is the weekly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my weekly chart's got me at 8433. That's weird.
I'm looking at the green. That looks like a 9 to me.
No, man.
Maybe I can see it better on YouTube. No, it's still so blurry.
Yeah, the live stream isn't as crisp as the. Yeah, no, I'm 100% sure. The price right now is 8433. On the
double check your XBT. Double check that. Double check that's the right ticker.
Yeah,
because they have several Bitcoin tickers, just so you know.
Oh yeah, well this one is the continuous contract. Bitcoin futures continuous.
But
current.
Is the ticker XBT though?
It's XBT1 exclamation mark. Is that maybe an old one or something?
XBT1.
All right, here. What about the XBT with nothing? All right, CBO futures.
Try that. Because the current price for XBT is 92 even right now. And we're on the June contract.
Yeah, no. Okay, so this plain old XBT dollar index from BitMEX is at 91.93, which is closer to the actual Bitcoin price.
Yeah, that's closer.
Now, going back to the Coinbase cash market, it's 91.94. So, with a high today, the high was 94.30.
Okay, and on
Or
the
I should
future,
say the
the
high
high
for
was
the high on the weekly, I should say.
right 94.25 on the futures.
High for the daily, 94.30.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
obviously because it's the weekly
Yeah.
and
Keep
it's
this one up.
Monday.
That's more accurate. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that, man? Is a really big green candle last week?
Yeah, that was a powerful close last week, and so basically this thing is just still running, 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 running. On the weekly, look how you spiked. You did a spike low at right below your support, and then each time it came right back.
Over here, you
And
mean?
so I'm looking at the weekly
Yeah, that's
on
on the
that
right.
weekly chart. Yeah, you see that you spike low right below the trend line support, just like I thought you would, and then just running some stops on week longs, and then it took off again. So right now, this market is powerful. You're excuse me, in a continuation pattern. So my thoughts, based on all this right here, is that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are a fad, and you shouldn't waste your money on them. Even though Bitcoin looks like it's about to go to like $100 million a coin, it's a terrible investment.
Terrible
You're
investment.
better off putting your money in Enron. Okay, buy Enron stock. Okay. Yeah, right. No, seriously, this thing is powerful. It's doing what
Yeah,
I what I
it's
what
very
I said
powerful.
that markets do less than 1% of the time, and that's cut through a wide Kumo cloud like this, like a hot knife through butter,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what it's doing right now.
Didn't we see? Let me. I'll bring Angela's comment back up in a second. But didn't we see? Where's my Litecoin chart? Didn't Litecoin already do it? Or was I dreaming? I guess I dreamt that. I don't
Oh,
know.
the
We
pullback,
were looking at something recently that cut right through it. I may have been.
I'm
Sometimes
looking
I
at
do
that
dream
chart.
that we're doing this. We do it so often. So this is
That's
Litecoin.
not bearish, by the way.
No,
No,
you're serious.
I'm dead serious. That's not
Okay.
bearish at all.
Despite the red candles.
No, look at that daily. All it's doing is spiking. Each time you climb up like this, you do a spike low below the trend line support,
Mm-hmm.
and then you rally right back again.
Right.
So no, this is not bearish. This is a pullback in a bull market, at a powerful bull market. I have to say, Litecoin is different than Bitcoin at this point, as far as trend analysis go and trend strength analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Litecoin is it's in what we call a parabolic market.
Mm.
It's parabolic bull market.
Right.
A parabolic market is the most powerful market that you can be in, because the strength is almost infinite strength
Hmm.
until it stops. Meaning that every time you try to bet against it, you're gonna get stopped out.
Interesting.
You have to trade with the trend. The trend is not only bullish, it's parabolically bullish.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in a parabolic market with Litecoin.
Cool.
Every pullback's being bought right now. As far as the question, is the crypto market telling us something about the overall market or the speculation? I think it's a bit of both. I think at this time it is some speculation, because it's now coming to the forefront. It's now in the mainstream media, where it used to be hush hush. Now it's in the mainstream media. The institutional money is flowing into the crypto space and the whole blockchain technology space. So now that they're putting it out there on Front Street, people are running toward these crypto markets. That's why you're seeing that. So yes, it is a lot of speculation into the crypto space right now.
Mm-hmm.
As far as, is this a sign or a signal of what's going down in the broader market? The reason I say yes and no, yes, because of the speculation aspect, but also yes, because as we know, as I was saying to you the other day, for those of you who listened to the um, webinar that we did on Friday, I think that the markets are telling us that we're entering into possibly the beginning foundational stages of the 100-year cycle. And if that is
Yeah, people are
true,
interested in that. We got to talk more about that.
then you can pretty much bet that you haven't seen anything yet. All right. So basically, you're looking at 2019, no, not even 2019, 2018, 2017 being the floors, being the
Hmm.
floor, the base, the
Interesting.
support for the 100-year cycle. So we have about a decade of rallying in front of us. Who
Amazing.
knows what the price will be when we're done? It could be rather significant. So just be prepared for that. That's what the markets are showing us. Now we'll know if I'm right based on how the markets act and behave in the fall, and see where we are on the by the close of the year, the last trading day of the year.
Hmm.
That's going to tell us a lot.
Yeah, I think you're speaking to answer Kirkus's question here. You're speaking to just the general move that's happening in cryptos, right?
Yeah, Litecoin though is in a parabolic bull market. Bitcoin, however, is just in a solid, well-developed bull market.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's get on to we'll take some more chart requests in a bit. But you were talking about this week. It's FOMC week.
Hmm.
So what are your thoughts in terms of the what's going on and how you personally are going to play it this week?
Yeah, central bank week. So you got to be careful of the Federal Reserve. You got to be careful of the ECB and the BOJ, which is the European Central Bank and the Bank of Japan.
Hmm.
All the central. This is the week of the central bank, so it's gonna be monkey see, monkey do. I don't think anything's gonna happen. I really don't, because if they raise those rates, the markets may not react immediately, but I guarantee you by next week we will be lower than where we are now if they raise those rates across the board.
Hmm.
Because the
Is
economy,
that
believe
likely?
it or not, the economies are very frail. I don't know why they're pretending that they're strong. They're not. The markets are strong, but the economies are weak. I've been talking about this for almost a decade now. I said, you guys, this is how you're going to know, where we are and
Hmm.
how we're closer to the end game. I said, as the Dow rises, the economy will worsen. I said, once we're at the height of the depressionary state, you're going to see the Dow hitting new astronomical highs. And that is exactly what has been happening for years now. Economy getting worse, stock market getting stronger. And something else interesting is happening also right now. Remember back during the financial crisis of 07, 08, there were companies leaving America and heading over to China to open up shop. Manufacturing was closing up all their manufacturing locations in America and going to China. Some went to India, but the majority of them went to China.
Hmm.
Now something else is happening. Because of the Trump tariffs, companies are folding up and leaving China. Where are they headed? I have no idea.
Hmm.
But
Wow.
yes, they're
Interesting.
starting to leave China now.
Cool.
Weirdness across the board, man.
Yeah,
We
very
live in
weird.
strange times.
So, is there anything in particular you're looking at, or you're just kind of doing a wait and see for this week because of the?
I am doing a wait and see because of the central banks. No one's going to be taking any major positions ahead of the central banks unless you're just suicidal,
Hmm.
because you have no idea if they're going to shock and awe and surprise. You don't know what they're going to do. Some people think that the central banks can't do nothing or the Federal Reserve can't do nothing.
Hmm.
Even if they technically can't do nothing, they'll do something just to prove everybody wrong and to show that, hey, we're in charge. We do whatever we want.
Wow.
Let me tell you what they can do, because I've seen them do it before. So you remember, the Fed has done wild things before. They can not just raise rates; they can raise rates to a level that will shock the markets. They can say, "No, we're not doing a quarter basis point. We're going to do a full point, or a half a point, a three-quarter point." I've seen them do that before. They have done that before.
Hmm.
So they can shock. They don't have to say, "Oh, we're just going to raise the rates and raise it a quarter point." They can raise it a half a basis point, full basis point, do whatever they want to do. Or they can say, "You know what? We decided to lower it a quarter point. We're going negative on you." You don't know what they're going to do.
Hmm.
So taking major positions ahead of the Fed is a fool's errand.
So
So
basically,
what I'm doing,
if you're in something, for those who are in the room, basically just keep moving your stops and doing your
yeah,
thing.
I'm about to adjust that. So let me address that part. As far
Sure.
as any new positions, I have no new positions on right now. I'm still holding a small position in the DXD,
Okay.
only because I think it's possible, depending on what the market discerns, between leading into the announcement. I think sometimes the markets like to either rally into the news and then crash, or they'll start to pull back and crash into the news
Mm-hmm.
and then rally. So it's hard to say. So right now, I'm just going to hold a small DXD, see what happens, and play it by ear.
Okay, cool.
If I get stopped out of that, I will not get back in to the market until after the announcement.
Okay. So that's the PulseScan. Let's look
That's
at this. We got one request that I missed from Corby.
Okay.
XRP and gold. Let me pull up the gold because I'm closer. GLD, I should say. There we go. There's your GLD.
All right. So as far as the GLD and looking at gold, very interesting position that gold is in. 1350, it seems to be the key resistance area right now. Gold is up 10 cents at 1344.60. We hit a high on the futures today of 1347.10. So I think that the bullish momentum is going to still hold fast right here in gold for right now. So it's still bullish. I still like the long side of this market for now. Bulls are still in control. And as far as XRP, can you pull that one up?
There you go.
All right. As far as XRP is concerned, once again, when you're below that Kumo cloud and you got that pressure coming up, I think it's going to continue to be under pressure as long as it's at the bottom, trading below that Kumo cloud. I think
sorry, I
bears
gotta
are
move the
still
comment.
in control of that market. They're still in control.
Okay.
So this one's still bearish right now. I think rallies are being sold.
Good question. In terms of the way you're playing the market with the FOMC this week, does that apply to cryptos? What's your thoughts on that?
Hold on. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Give me just a second.
Okay. He's taking longer than I expected. I should really have my guitar handy and just sing songs to you folks when he does things like this. Tempted to beatbox, but I'm actually really bad at that. While you're waiting, please like and subscribe. We appreciate that. Let's look at Aunt. I guess it's not in here. Let me add it.
Okay, sorry about that. So looking at the question about is this, equities and crypto, for the most part, cryptos and equities are bullish right now. So I can't say otherwise.
So basically, make your own choices using the pulse waves.
Yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is, I thought that the Dow was ready for a slight correction last week. And even though we had the crash alerts, it really didn't manifest.
Mm-hmm.
So that one, I only took a very small position. I was going to try to see if I could build something, and it didn't work out. So, and right now, there's a strong possibility I could get stopped out, but I'll let the market tell me when I'm wrong. And not only that, but we do have crash alerts starting the week off. We got crash alerts in the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. So, I mean, it is what it is. You got a crash alert, you got a crash alert. And not to mention, you got a crash alert in your GLD. Now, that doesn't take anything away from the bull market in gold or the bull market in the Dow, whatever. But it should be noted that on the daily, the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500 are in the Algo Kumo cloud. They're in the Algo Kumo cloud, so we have to respect that. So you can expect maybe a little bit of volatility. Prices could ebb and flow a little bit, but you have to respect that. Not to mention you got these crash alerts.
Roger.
Got to
All
respect it.
right. Pulled up ONT for which is a crypto. So that's on the screen for you. This is from Be Good. So
okay,
this one isn't following the rest of the crypto market yet. Really not.
Yeah, this one's very bearish. Bears seem to be really in control of this one.
Yeah, so there's your answer. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's sideways to slightly bearish. Every time you try to rally, the rally gets sold pretty hard. So right now, it's sideways. It's consolidated, and it looks like every rally's still being sold off in this thing. So I would expect sideways to slightly lower prices for the next 3 to 5 days on that one.
Okay, cool. All right. That's about it, folks. Be Good was saying there's a rally alert on it at 148. So let's see. I mean,
all right, let's take a look at. Yeah, I was giving you the chart reading. I wasn't giving you the system reading. Yeah. I can pull it from the system now. Give me a second.
But basically, you do have it hitting the target for today, so it's in there. So
ONT,
yeah. But I
don't see that in the system. Where do you see that at? Oh, I see it.
And
I see it. Sorry, you're right. It does have a.
So you would want to be tight. You'd want to be tight with your stops if you're in it, because it is in a bear market, that particular crypto.
I should have read that analysis right from the system instead of just looking at the chart. Because guess what? Looking at the system, it says that it's in. It's the algos are suggesting that it's locked in on the bull side now.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like there's a losing control of this market.
Well, it has a little trend on the daily that it's been moving up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you got a rally alert. So I'm gonna go with the system. Forget what I said.
Well, it did. He was saying, he gave the price, and it has hit that price and exceeded that price for the day.
So it's already moving. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean it's got a nice candle for the day.
Yeah, I see the rally alert. I see the rally alert, and I do see the uptrend signal on that as well. See, that's why I like the pulse waves, folks, because you can look at a chart and you'll be like, okay, well, this is basically my analysis on the chart. But what you can't see is what's going on in the background. Mm-hmm. That's where the algos come in. The algos said, no, this is a long market. It's a market you want to be long in. And we started the day with a rally alert, and it's in a locked-in bull trend on the algos. So the algos trump chart analysis any day of the week.
For sure.
I go with the algos.
For sure. All right, cool. All right, thanks everybody for joining us. Appreciate you coming in, giving us your questions, and as always, please like and subscribe. We'll be back again tomorrow, more than likely, as far as I know. I don't think I'm going to see Kung Fu tomorrow. That's not the plan. So we should be back tomorrow morning.
Go Pulse Waves.
Go Pulse Waves. All right, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate your support. We'll see you guys back soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. To sign up for one of our live trading demos or to just join the room so that you can get in and trade with Dex, go to watchustrade.io. Thanks.